What's up, everybody? This is Coach MJ, the coaching connoisseur, and I want to welcome you to our training broadcast today. I've been gone for a couple of days and I have missed being here with you. So I'm glad to be back and glad you are here with me. So it is already halfway through October. It's October the 14th. And so we can see already the signs around us that the holiday season is upon us. For those who acknowledge Halloween, that's a thing in the stores. And they also have Thanksgiving stuff and fall stuff and Christmas. We've already started hearing the Christmas music and seeing the decorations and everything in the stores. And there is this general idea that some people have that business kind of slacks off as far as entrepreneurship and starting a business kind of slacks off during the holidays. It's like, okay, now it's the end of the year. I don't know if this is the right time to start my business or to ramp things up. And so I wanted to come on and talk about that because you want to make sure that you are not falling into a trap of procrastination because you think that somehow the holidays are going to create issues for your business that just might not be the case. And so today we're going to be talking about, should you wait until after the holidays to get started? So a lot of you have jobs that you swore after 2020 that you would find a way to get out of your job in 2021. And here we are, more than 3/4 of the way through the year, and you are still stuck there. And you hear me coming out here talking about, Black woman, you can start your coaching business. You can leverage your expertise and create a wealth building business while you travel the world. But you're like, Coach MJ, is it too late for me to do that this year, meaning in 2021? And I'm here to tell you that it's not too late, even though the holidays are coming. So today we're going to be debunking a few of the myths around what happens in businesses during the holiday seasons. Now, it is true that people are more distracted during this time. It's family gatherings, they're traveling, they're buying, they're going deeper in debt, creating Christmas and all these other things that some people celebrate. And even Kwanzaa, which is something that I acknowledge myself. People are distracted by the gatherings and the parties and everything that's going on. And indeed, the reason why people think that the holidays can be a deterrent to a business, especially a new business, is because there is such a push by advertisers to make the holidays a big deal. I mean, really, marketers push us from one holiday to the next, right? Without any time to breathe or think for yourself if you're not careful. If you think about the annual kind of holiday schedule here in the United States, you start the year off, you got New Year's, and then Valentine's Day is in the stores, and then it's St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate it, and then you got April. It's what is it in April? A lot of times it's Easter and all that, and in May you got Mother's Day, and it's Memorial Day, and in June you got Father's Day, and then you got July Independence Day, and it just goes on and on until you get to where we are right now. Not to mention the sports calendar and all of these other things that tell people from one thing, we can't even get past one thing before they're already pushing the next thing in, the next thing already in the stores. Like I said, we've got Halloween stuff, we've got Thanksgiving stuff, we got Christmas stuff, and pretty soon we'll be seeing New Year's, because the marketers are very good at distracting people and molding their minds and influencing their minds to do what they want them to do, which is to buy. And what that does is distracts you from the things that you can be doing to make your life better, that are not spending your money on things that aren't important, but rather on things like your business, right? But it's like this grind of just from one holiday to the next. I remember my mother first pointed that out to me. We never get a chance to really get involved with creative thinking, which is the currency of success. It's being able to sit down and think about something that nobody else is telling you to think about. It's not your employer telling you when to come and when to go, when to come to work and when to go home. It's not the marketers telling you this is the next thing you need to be getting ready for. This is the next thing, but rather you getting still and coming up with ideas for yourself that are going to affect you and your future. And so it is true that during holiday season, especially the one that's upon us now, people are super distracted. Yes. And I will say advertising is super competitive at this time. They got all, again, the holiday calendar, the holiday schedule. Marketers are really here hammering away at do what we want you to do, buy what we want you to buy. And so trying to advertise this time of year for a business, especially when there's something that's not holiday related, can be very competitive and can be a little bit more expensive. And it is true that people have a more festive mentality at this time of year. And so that's another thing that gives into the idea that maybe this isn't the right time to start my business, is because people aren't going to be thinking about business. But the first myth that we're going to debunk today is that everybody is focused on the holidays right now, so they won't want to buy the thing that you have. See, what you're going to be doing is solving a real life problem with your coaching universe that you will be creating. You're going to be helping these people to get out of pain or some type of limitation or need or gap in their life that they've been struggling with, whether it's in health, whether it's related to their finances, whether it's related to their relationships. And a lot of times those things, well, every time someone gets into that space where they are fixing a pain point in their life, it requires change. And there's a lot of discomfort associated with that. And so that's not as fun as going to a Christmas party, watching a Christmas movie, listening to the music, buying the gifts, going to the gatherings, and doing all the things that have to do with it, or getting together for my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. It's not as fun to think about that type of thing. And so it can make a new business owner or somebody who's looking at, should I launch now, as, well, everybody's looking at the holidays. They're not going to be wanting to buy something for something that's not fun. And I looked up a statistic because I wanted to know, how many Americans actually celebrate Christmas, for example. And I know there's people that don't celebrate Christmas, which is part of the reason why this is a myth. About 70% of Americans celebrate Christmas, meaning that 30% of them don't care at all, right? They don't hang out. They are not decking the halls with boughs of holly, fa la la. They ain't doing any of that. So that's already 30% of the population that you can talk to, and they don't care that it's December, November, October. It could be April and May. As far as they're concerned, they're like, let's get after it. What's this that you have that's going to solve my problem? Let's do it. But let's look at that 70%, because of course you want to focus on the majority, right? That's where our minds often go. But you have to realize that even though 70% of people celebrate Christmas, everybody does something different. Everybody does not go overboard. For everybody, it's not this massive thing that overtakes their lives for 2 or 3 months out of the year. Some people have a more modest approach to celebrating holidays. They may get together just on the day of the holiday, and that's it. If you're in my family, we don't even give gifts. I do a lot of the other things, the gatherings and the watching the movies and all that, but we don't do gifts. I don't decorate my house. And so don't assume that because the majority of Americans acknowledge Christmas in some kind of way, that it's going to be a way that takes their minds left to the point where they can't handle business that is really something that they want to do in the here and the now. And the thing is, when you have the right offer, when you have the right targeting, and when you have the right messaging, you can break through all the noise that's out here in the marketing space and capture your audience's attention, because you're going to be saying something different. So actually, I'm using myself as an example. When I'm looking on social media during holidays and I'm sick of seeing Santa Claus and I'm sick of people telling me you need to buy this and you need to buy that for your loved one and all this kind of stuff. When I see something that's not saying that, that actually gets my attention, because I become blind to the holiday noise, because I'm not a part of that. I'm not acknowledging any of that. And so actually your message with the right targeting to the right people could actually stand out more during the holidays. So don't assume that just because the majority of people acknowledge Christmas or whatever holiday, it's not just Christmas, it could be anything this time of year. Just because they do it does not mean they're doing it to such an extent that they have shut off everything in their lives, that they're going whole hog. It was never that for me. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out here probably nodding your head saying, yeah, it's not that big a deal. So don't think that this isn't the right time, that you need to wait till after the holidays to find your people, because they are waiting for you right now. Probably if they're like me, because they're annoyed by the commercialization and all that. And they're like, can somebody say something different? And that's where you step in. Another myth that kind of goes along with that one is that you can only sell holiday related stuff this time of year. Like I just said, there's a bunch of people that aren't just about the gift giving and the gatherings and all of that type of thing. And they're not looking, life goes on. People still go to work 5 days a week unless they're able to take off a little bit PTO right around the holiday. They're still at work 5 days a week. They are still dealing with that problem that you're going to solve for them. They're still dealing with it. As a matter of fact, A lot of times during the holiday seasons, people's challenges become more heightened, more exacerbated by all of the demands of the holidays. For example, if somebody is struggling with a weight issue and you have a health and wellness, a fitness offer that you can help them to transform their body over the course of a few months or several months, they know the holiday season presents even more temptations from a food perspective and from a fitness perspective because of all of the celebrating, all the pitch-ins at work and all the extra food and sweets sitting around. So they're like, I'm ready to gain 15 more pounds in this next 2.5 months. They are stressed out because they know they're not going to be able to resist. They have not gotten the tools, and they know that they need you with your fitness offer, not in February after they've spent all of January feeling guilty about what they did in this last quarter. They need you now to stave off that 15 pounds. How glad would they be to find out, hey, everything's not about the holidays right now. I can actually start getting fit now because Coach so-and-so came into my life in the last quarter of this year and stopped me from gaining the weight. Or if it's somebody if you have a way to help people with their finances, if that's your expertise, ma'am, this is the time before these people go deeper in debt, buying gifts and nonsense that they don't need to do. No shade to people who choose to do gifts, but the bottom line is a lot of times people go overboard and they spend what they don't have, and then they spend the rest of the year. Sometimes they're still not done when they start spending again, trying to pay off those cards, pay off all that stuff. That is a nightmare for a person who has a messed up mindset about what they have to do and what they need to do, even if they can't afford it. They need you with your financial principles to either help them get out of debt if that's your expertise, or help them create income. If maybe you have a way for people to make more money and show them how to handle their money and manage their money and budget, whatever that expertise is that you have, your secret sauce, they don't need you to wait till January, February when they're deeper in and now they're feeling guilty about it. See, this is what's true. You have a bit of expertise, and you may not know right now how that expertise actually brings people out of real pain. You might just think, oh yeah, I help people save money, or I help people to budget or whatever. No, it's beyond that. It's how are they feeling when they wake up in the middle of the night and they can't sleep. And you may have experienced this. They can't sleep because they don't know what they're going to do because they done messed up again with their money. Like, they need you now. They need your expertise now, not after the holidays when they've made things worse. So the idea that you can only sell holiday related stuff this time of year, guess what? There are ways that you can, from a marketing perspective, promote what it is you do with a holiday theme on it, but it's not the buy one, get one free, 30% off at this store, buy more stuff that you don't need. It's the flip of that. Remember what I said, your message will stand out more once you reach the people that are trying to find you right now, because you're not talking about what everybody else is talking about. They're going to be like, oh, what's she talking about? Oh, she doesn't have any kind of a little Christmas theme in her ad or whatever it is she's talking about. She's not talking about Christmas. What's she talking about? Let me tell you something. Standing out is the name of the game. And I don't care what these people out here telling you. The businesses of myself and my cohorts in the coaching space actually do better this time of year, because we can really, with the right messaging, get beneath the skin of these people and really get them to the truth about what's going on in their lives. But you have to first get past your pain of thinking you need to procrastinate some more on even getting started before you can help them get out of their pain. Procrastination is a way to hide, and using the 3 months of the holidays as a reason to not step into your greatness is an issue. And so you're creating pain for yourself, because that's 3 more months of living a life that's not fulfilled, 3 more months of being underpaid, overworked, and underappreciated. It's time to step up now and do this, not only for yourself, but for the clients who are coming into your life who need you now and not in the future. And then another myth I want to talk about is, or this isn't a myth, this is kind of a point related to the myth I was just talking about. Fall, which is what we're in right now, because winter doesn't begin till a few days before Christmas, right? So fall is not only Thanksgiving, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, whatever you're celebrating season. It is also the beginning of New Year resolution season. All the things that you're going to promise to do in 2022 because you didn't do them in 2021. This is the time of year when people start to realize all the promises they broke to themselves coming out of 2020, going into 2021. The majority of New Year's resolutions are never fulfilled or completed. I don't have the exact number, but they aren't, because for several reasons, but the one reason is they're not set up in a way that actually invokes people and moves them towards actually doing something about their problem. It's just vague stuff. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds this year, and those type of vague things. They're not set up like really bold goals that somebody can actually put action behind, right? But they're looking at, they're like, daggone it, it's almost January the 1st. I didn't do it last year, and now I'm not going to do it again next year because I need help. See, they need you to not be just giving them another New Year's resolution. They need an actual jumpstart next year for success. But the time to catch them is while 2022 is still a clean slate. You know how great it feels when 2022 is new. You have, it's right before, it's like New Year's Eve, and you're like, next year, even though it's just the next day, right? But we think about the next year, we get new calendars, we get new journals, everything's fresh. It's a clean slate. Before they have messed up 2022, they need you to have them moving forward with a plan for what they're going to do to achieve the thing that they want to achieve. But you can't come to them in January after they're already discouraged because they failed. Most people don't even make it out of January before they've broken those new habits, right? They need you. They need your expertise, your magic, your secret sauce. That's what's going to make the difference for them to actually achieve what it is they want to achieve. But you got to step into your greatness, or they're never going to get to meet you. Or by the time, or what's even worse, by the time you get to them, somebody else that's not as good as you would have already snatched them up and is going to waste some more of their time in 2022. So then when you do meet them, they're going to be skeptical because of what that other person wasn't able to fulfill. See, it's more at stake than just, oh, yeah, I'm going to start my business one day. If you're a one day type of person, let me tell you something. That day is nowhere on the calendar. One day keeps pushing out further and further and further until it never happens. You need to put a line in the sand and saying, now is the time for me to build my business. And here's what else is true. Your dreams are staying up on the shelf. Your travel dreams, your lifestyle dreams, your dreams of giving and affecting your community for the better because of the wealth you've created, those are sitting on the shelf as well. So all of that, the things you're not able to enjoy and the people you were going to bless, it's a ripple effect. It's not even ripples. It's tidal waves of effects when you sit on your dream and procrastinate past the holidays. The last myth is related to the other two. It's that everybody puts all their money on celebrating holidays, so they won't invest in coaching. That also is not true for the reasons I've already said. When somebody's in real pain and you can show them what they're missing out on because of what they're sitting in, they want solutions now. They don't want them years in advance or even months in the future. They want their help now. Everybody doesn't go overboard for Christmas. In my home, I don't spend extra just because it's Christmas. And there are a lot of people like me. They may just give one gift per family member, something modest like that. Everybody's not spending all their money on Christmas and the holidays. And here's what else is true. There are dollars that some people have access to for professional development and just other things, depending on if you have a health related offer, even health savings funds could possibly be available to use. I don't know the ins and outs of those particular industries, but there are monies available at the end of the year that people have to use, kind of they use it or lose it, that they could possibly reroute to your coaching offer, so that they can get the help that they need. There are so many reasons why there's money available now more than ever before. People are getting Christmas bonuses, and people just have saved up to do things, and then maybe their plans change. Maybe COVID didn't back off enough, and so they thought they were going to be traveling, going on a cruise or something, and now they're not because of COVID. Well, they've got those funds that they can go ahead and reroute to get the help that they really need. There's a million reasons why the ideas around what happens at the holidays and how it can stop your business are just false. They are just false and untrue, like the old gospel song says. It's about your perception of the challenge. You can say, oh, there's all these ads about the holidays and nobody's going to see my ad. Or you can say, how can I fix my ad so it stands out? See, it's easy to point out, I can't. I don't have it. I don't know it. What you need to do is say, how can I find a way? How can I find a space? How can I find the money to get what it is that I want or do what I want to do? There's always a way. Coaching businesses that have the right type of model and system that are run by the right type of coaches actually explode at this time of year because so many people have their pain in their lives exacerbated by everything that goes on during the holidays, and they want help now. You have to be determined to manifest your perfect ideal clients that are in the headspace of solving their problems right now. Even though everybody else is giving into commercialism, they're in the headspace of solving their problems. They know that business goes on regardless of what the date is. That's the type of clients that you want, the ones that don't get sidetracked, or if they are the ones that do get sidetracked, but they realize it and they want to stop, that's another opportunity. So for those that normally overspend during the holidays, but they say, this year I don't want to do that. When you step in front of them and say, hey, I can show you how to do your money, or how you can make more money, or how you can manage your money so that you don't get deep in the hole again, they're going to be like, yes, bring that on. I need that before November. I need that before December, before I mess up again. Or the same thing with health. If they're worried about what they're going to be eating and all the exercise they're not going to be doing this holiday season, and you can say, ma'am, I can show you how to reduce cravings or whatever it is. See, you guys have so much expertise. I use some of the same examples over and over because they're what pops into mind. But I know that you guys have types of magic I've never even heard of that you can use to revolutionize people's lives. But you have to step into your greatness. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to, I won't say get over fear, because sometimes fear doesn't go away, but you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Step into that space of a leader, of an influencer, of a coach, of an entrepreneur, and stop letting your boss have your best every single day. And he gives you pennies in return while he's adding to his legacy, sending his kids to college, taking care of his aging parents, buying more and more businesses, living in a beautiful home, while you keep giving in to all these reasons why you shouldn't be moving forward. No time is up for that. Your expertise can be monetized right now and build a six-figure coaching business for you. Coaching, and it can take many different forms. And we're going to be talking about all of that in my upcoming Build Wealth While You Travel Challenge. The website is buildwealthwhileyoutravel.com. When you get over there, grab you a VIP seat and get ready for the 4-day ride of your life, because we're going to be showing you exactly how you can take what you are good at, whether it's what you do for a living right now, or whether it's just something that you know about on the side that's a hobby or whatever. So we're going to take what you are good at and turn it into a monetizable coaching experience where you can walk people from problems to solutions, from needs to fulfillment, from being in a place where they feel stuck to being completely free. And in the process, you can create your own freedom. Total freedom of your time and your money. So you don't have to worry about asking somebody if you can take off for the holidays, asking somebody, I need a raise. Like, you give yourself a raise, give yourself the time off. And the thing is, with the flexible coaching models that I use and that I'm going to show you how to use, you don't have to take off. You can work from anywhere in the world. Work a couple hours and go hit the beach. Work a few hours and go sightsee. Work a few hours and do whatever it is you want to, or take off altogether and just go exploring. Your life can be just like that. You don't have to be shackled to a cubicle or a desk. You don't have to wait till your kids are grown. You don't have to wait until this one or that one gives you permission, even if it's your loved one. You don't need your husband or wife's permission to go to work every day. You also don't need their permission to start a business, because you're the one that's going to be working in the business. They just need to support you emotionally and not get in your way. But ma'am, time is up for all those reasons why you can't. The very reasons why you think you can't are the exact reasons why you need to do it now. So go right now to buildwealthwhileyoutravel.com. Grab you a seat. We have a challenge coming up. It's a 4-day transformative experience where you're going to be like, ma'am, where has all of this been up until now? You are sitting on a gold mine. You are 3 feet from gold and you don't even know it. A lot of you think, I don't have anything that anybody would pay thousands of dollars for. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I can show you how to mine that right out of your situation, right out of your brain, right out of your experience, your universe, as I call it, and put it out into the marketplace and watch the people come beat your door down. They don't know you're out there. They don't know who you are, but you know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you need to get in this challenge so I can help you figure out who you are, what you have to offer, and how you can get it in front of the people who are looking for it, even right now, as quickly as possible. It doesn't have to take years to build a profitable coaching business. You don't need certifications. You don't need certifications ever. You don't need them. You don't need a degree. You don't even have to have a big following right now, because it's not about the big following. That stuff looks good, but a lot of these people with millions of followers or hundreds of thousands still have not figured out how to monetize it and get a lot of money from those people. They're just watching the free content. I want to show you how to actually monetize and leverage your expertise so that you can build wealth while you travel the world and live the lifestyle of your dreams. So again, go to buildwealthwhileyoutravel.com, register, get in on this upcoming challenge. There is a free basic economy seat, but let me tell you something. You are going to want to upgrade to the VIP, because like you're going to be VIP the rest of your life, it's time to start leveling up now. You will have so much more access, so much more information that you will be able to transform into things that you can do from a strategy perspective. It's not enough just to know the tactics and the things to do. You need to turn those into a strategy so you can know when to do what, how to do it, who to do it for, where to do it. And you will get that by being a VIP, because you're going to have more exposure to me, to the information, but you got to get signed up. So again, buildwealthwhileyoutravel.com. That's the website. Get out there, get you a seat, and let's talk soon. It's been my pleasure to share with you today. I hope you have had a phenomenal week and that you're going into this, well, tomorrow's Friday, but you're going to go into this weekend even more determined to live the life of your dreams. You can have it all. You can have wealth. You can have freedom, and you can make an impact on the world around you. But it starts with you making a decision and taking that first step. And I know it can be scary, but feel the fear and do it anyway. I'll see you next time. Take care. Go over there and get registered, and we'll talk soon.